I just played the new fighting event in Genshin Impact, and I suck at fighting in Genshin and in many other games. Hi, I'm Kate, lost in fantasy lands, this time Genshin, of course, and I'm really not very good at games, even though I love games. And I've been hearing a lot about this event, how difficult it is, how the trial characters that are given to us are very crappy, and how some people even have trouble getting all the primogems. And that is a huge issue, right? We all want primogems, especially if we're free to play like me. So I have to say that I was a bit apprehensive. Now that I have played the event, I have to disagree. I don't think that the event is that bad. As long as you know what you're doing, you can get at least the primogems. I'm not making any promises for anything more than primogems. Gold medal. If you want more, I'm definitely not the person who you should go for advice. Okay? I'm not good at this game, or any game to be honest. But for the gold medal, you literally need almost nothing. And I know this because I didn't try this event for the first time on my main account where I already have quite a few characters, even though I don't really have Natlan characters. I know that they're meta, but they're not my favorites, so I never pulled for them. I'm free to play, I pull only for the characters I really like. Anyway, in my main account, I still have quite a few characters that are very well built. Okay, not very well built, occasionally built. They have the correct artifact set, they're at least level 80 ascended with their talents pretty high up. I would have nothing to say to people who basically don't have these artifacts, don't have these characters, and I wouldn't be in a position to say anything. But the thing is that today I didn't play the event on that account. I first played it on my new account. You see, recently I made an account for a challenge. And in that account, this account is very, very new. There are almost no characters. I basically have the starter characters, the traveler, obviously. I have Barbara. I have two characters that are pretty nice, which are Sucrose and Fisho, but they're both C0. And I don't really have artifacts. I mean, look at this. My best artifact is this one, my pride and joy of level 4. Whole level 4 artifact for Fischl. Can you imagine? That's literally the best I have. So, obviously, when I started the event, I was like, well, I'm doomed. I'm not getting even a tiny bit of primogems. After all, earlier today I had seen a screenshot of a person who hadn't even been able to get the first medal. And they obviously must have a bit more than me, right? I have nothing. My Barbara is level 20. My Fisho is a bit nice. You saw she has that very fancy level 4 artifacts feather. But pretty doomed, is what I was thinking. But the thing is that things didn't play out like that. We're doing it! We're doing it! Oh my god. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. 4,000 points is all I wanted. We got all the primogens we needed, and we look at the teams we used. Look at it. I got 3 gold medals, so all the primogems, and 3 that are only silver, so I lose like 10 primogems on each of them. And there is still time on the event, so it's not like I can't return and improve my scores. As you can see, some of them are actually not that far away from the next one. Okay, they're a bit far away, but let's ignore this. So how did I do it? If I had such crappy things, how did I do it? First of all, I obviously used all the trial characters I was given. It's not like I had any other option, right? I mean, you saw my characters. I put the multiplier on times 10 because I saw on the internet that That was the best multiplayer for players who are not very good at the game for one reason or another. So basically me. And then I just started playing. And the thing is that I did fail quite a few times. I mean, you can see my live stream if you want to see me just fail over and over again, but this is not the place for that. Let's save the embarrassment for other time. The thing is that there are two things that basically stopped me from succeeding at first. The first thing is that even though this is actually the account for a challenge that I call the Bookworm Challenge, where I have to read absolutely everything, I kind of failed at that as well. And I didn't read one important part. Wait. I missed reading one thing. It's the same for all levels, and it's the most important thing. When the party only has characters of the recommended elemental types, defeating opponents grants 100% bonus points. Damn! How did I miss reading it on a reading challenge? So after I read it and I understood that I have to use only the characters from the elements that you can see there as recommended, things became very easy. And yes, that meant that I cannot run a 4-member party, but actually running a 4-member party is something that you shouldn't do. It's much easier to run a 3-member party as long as they're the recommended elements, because, as you saw, you get 100% bonus points for every defeated opponent. That's ridiculous. How did I miss that? Anyway, so that was the first thing that I realized that I need. And yet, some of the challenges were still very difficult for me. And yes, I can go around and say, oh, they didn't build the characters well. Those trial characters are so bad. It's not my fault. I'm the best player ever. But even if I try to lie, I've already shown you that I am very bad. So that's out of the window. So the real reason I didn't get gold on all of these challenges is very simple. I don't know how to play with these characters. I learned today that Yelan's burst is basically acting a lot like Shincho's burst, and I finally understand why people compare them. I have no idea how to play Hu Tao. I have no idea how to play Mawiko. I don't have any of those characters, and the most I have seen from them is in their quest stories, and let's be honest, you don't get to play much with them. Okay, you get to play with Mawika quite a lot because they put her on every other event, but even so, I don't know her kit. I don't know how it works. I try my best, but my best is not very good. Unfortunately, that's the truth. So, if you're a player who really struggles with getting the Primo Gems, that gold medal with 1 star, you need to do just a few things. Get that multiplayer on times 10 because otherwise it's a bit too difficult. Use the trial characters if you don't have anything better. Don't put any characters that are not the recommended elements because that will reduce your score by 100%. That's ridiculous. And finally, I know that that is very frustrating, but also kind of learn how to use the trial characters. I myself have not learned how to use some of them, but you should for the Primo Gems. And that's it. If that's all you want, if the Primo Gems are all you want, that is all you need to do. If I can do it and I'm one of the worst players alive, I'm sure you can do it too. And if you want more than gold, I can't help you. I'm sorry. There are other YouTubers who are much better than me. Go see them.